Hey guys, welcome back to Metroid Other M. In this part, backstory.
Metroid Other Mammoth, Metroid Other Moron, Metroid Other...
Oh, Morons?
Whoa,
That's
Jordan,
a new
don't
one.
use up too many.
Yeah. God, man, we still have like 7 parts.
There's a finite number of these.
I will prove you wrong on that account. I'm just trying to remember which ones I've already used before.
Oh yeah, because not all the parts are uploaded yet. Actually, now that we're in the Pyrosphere, I actually learned about a game-breaking glitch for this game yesterday.
Does the glitch involve you just, like, you know, telling Adam to fuck off?
Yeah, oh, yeah. That's the glitch. Adam just fizzles out of existence. No, but actually in the Pyrosphere, if you guys remember that one part when we get the ice... Remember that part where we were running away? The Sonic Adventure whale sort of sequence? Yeah. So after that part, we go into a room, and that's when we get the ice beam. After you get the ice beam, if you leave that room and go back from where you came from for whatever reason and exit that giant area, the door that leads into that area will actually lock, and you can never go through it again.
Wow.
And you cannot proceed through the game. It is a game-breaking glitch.
This is actually kind of sad when you think about it, because if he had never authorized the grapple beam, like, Anthony would be dead.
Yeah, that I don't get. Although I think in this part, did Samus just sort of like do... Well, no, she just sort of looked at it, and then Adam was like,
it's like, oh, I wish I could use my grapple beam. Oh, well, I guess he's gonna die.
That's ridiculous. It's like, look, just get up there and save this man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, for the game-breaking glitch, you could send in an SD card to Nintendo, and they would install like data to bypass that door glitch. But that was the only way to do it.
That's a really crazy thing for Nintendo to even do. I mean, I guess because this is also on the Wii, which is an online-enabled console, right?
Well, this is a Wii exclusive.
Yeah.
Well, they did do a thing with because there was a similar glitch with Skyward Sword. And basically, you can download an app off the Wii Shop channel to fix your data.
Yeah, like, I mean, it would have just been a patch, right?
Yeah, but keep in mind that, like, you know, patching a Wii game was sort of something that did not happen.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about Nintendo, who, again, still kind of behind the times online-wise. So they're getting better about it. They're starting to make amends and starting to...
Did he just commit suicide?
No, it just nosedive into lava and
yeah, it went back to its home in the lava.
Where? Because I'm pretty sure like that's just molten ground.
Yeah, but lava's liquid. I mean, it's viscous liquid, but liquid.
He should be thanking her, considering how much she just sort of let him die until the last second.
He seems to be pretty pumped about it, though. He's like, "Oh, hey."
Anthony is chill as chill
He's a chill
gets.
guy.
He's the best character in this game.
He's just got personality, you know. They actually like, you know, wrote some decent lines for his character that gives him some actual character.
Yeah, I would rather have see him more in the Metroidverse than Adam.
Well, okay, but Adam is sort of okay in Fusion, but he's a robot.
But it's not Adam.
It's not Adam.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wish Adam had a little... I mean, I don't know. You know, it's really... Because, like, they obviously didn't do justice to Adam in this game. But I think that's more because of the function that he had in this game that really bogged down on his character. But, again, even his character isn't that great. Like, it's pretty dry.
Oh, no.
And speaking of which, we're gonna get young Adam here. Young Samus.
Glorious flashback.
I don't know about you guys, but I love backstories in like, video games and this sort of stuff.
I love backstories, just not in this game. Like, I mean, I was trying to forget most of this game, and this game is... This playthrough is already, like, doing a horrible job of ruining all my repression of memories from this...
Cinematically, I love this scene. It's totally out of a J.J. Abrams movie. Like, look at that lens flare.
No, it's totally out of an anime.
Out of what? What did you say?
It's totally out of an anime, not a J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, I mean, the whole game is very, very anime. A lot of dialogue, a lot of the gender roles.
Did they ever confirm whether or not that, like, you know, Earth is sort of a known thing in the Metroidverse?
I don't know.
Because just wondering, because, like, you know, these have like a lot of Earth, and like a lot of the characters in this game have a lot of like Earth-like names, whereas in previous Metroid games they had a lot of these really sort of different or sci-fi kind of names that didn't sound very Earth in, I guess, like Samus, and now everybody's named Adam and Anthony and Ian, and like, okay.
That's a good question. Yeah, because we like, Yeah,
like, I mean, if it's like something like Star Wars, where it's like in a galaxy far, far away, they have their own sort of names and culture and stuff like that. But it seems like this is the first Metroid game where it's like, oh, this seems like very, very Earth-like.
Yeah, I have a pet peeve with like any sci-fi property that is a big galaxy-spanning thing that still sort of focuses on Earth. Like, I don't know, like the Mass Effect games do this eventually.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 3 is like very Earth focused, and it actually sort of is cool in Mass Effect 3 because for the rest of that game you haven't seen Earth at all, and it's kind of interesting to see it again and have it be something more of a focal point. But I kind of hate this idea of like there being a whole galaxy out there for you to explore, but you're just gonna stick with Earth. The Halo series did this as well in Halo 2. It's just like it's a thing that rubs me the wrong way. Especially, it's one thing if they've set up a sci-fi world where Earth is still a thing from the beginning, but I don't like especially when they've set up like a big galaxy in the first entry, and then in the second entry it's like, oh, we're going back to Earth. Here we go. After not mentioning it for a whole thing.
Yeah.
Just like, show me some new stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, you have an entire galaxy to go to, but you're just going to go back to Earth.
Yeah.
Let's just forget about it.
Yeah. I like how they did in Mass Effect 3. I obviously didn't like the ending of it, but then, like, even then, like, you're going to everywhere else just so you can get back to Earth, which was kind of weird.
To geek it up a bit more, Battlestar Galactica, though I'm not sure if that fits the bill for being a huge expansive universe, but that the whole goal of from Battlestar is that they're looking for Earth, and they traverse over like millions of light years, miles, however you want to calculate space distance, to get to look for it.
It's called something else, isn't it? In that show, I haven't actually watched that show.
Well, I highly recommend it. It's great.
Neither have I, but that's cool because, like, that's the end goal. Like, it's sort of the opposite, where it's just like, oh, we're going to have an entire galaxy to span, but we can find everywhere except for here. So then it becomes like sort of like a quest to find this one place.
Yeah, and it's interesting how they treat like the concept of Earth. Like, to them, it's actually like a religion to even believe in something called Earth. So
right, because they don't know what it is, right?
Exactly.
Well, actually, they did the same thing with Halo with the Covenant, except like it was with the Halo rings. Oh, that thing just does not die.
Those things are really annoying. Actually, I think 2 or 3 freeze blasts will do them in. But the first time I tried to kill them here, I was obviously trying to do it a little fancier with missiles. Don't be fancy in this game, folks. Just do what you need to do.
It's kind of sad though because Anthony's gone, and like he's the only one with character in this game, like you said. And I don't know. I found it kind of endearing that, we've established that, black people exist in the Metroidverse. Yay.
Actually, yeah.
That's a very good point.
That is quite the observation. Yeah. We never see that.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh, no, it's, yeah. If it looked like I had no idea what I was doing there, I had no idea what I was doing there.
Great. I still stick to my point that I made early on in the series, which is that in a Metroid game, I want no characters other than Samus. And whatever bad guy.
Well, have you played Metroid Prime 3?
No, I have not.
Well, Metroid Prime 3 gives you actually quite a bit of a... Like, I think I also mentioned just when you mentioned this as well. Like, Metroid Prime 3 has a sizable cast of other characters. And you can... And, I mean, you don't have to work with them. They're just sort of also there to work with you. And you do work with them a little bit, but eventually you have to take them all down because...
There are other bounty hunters, right? Is that how that works?
Yeah,
so
but there's
that's actually a cool idea. Like, I like the idea because of there being, obviously this is Galaxy. There are other bounty hunters than Samus, and would find it interesting to see what those bounty hunters look like. Are they all equipped like Samus? Are they all sort of? Do they all have like their own shticks? I would assume it's that one, but
you should definitely play Hunters on the DS, because that game was all about having to compete against other bounty hunters.
Fair enough.
The bounty hunters in Prime 3, you don't really compete against them. Basically, the Federation, you meet a lot of Federation characters as well, and they employ you and the other bounty hunters to essentially take care of Dark Samus because she's causing problems.
Okay.
So, I mean, you have to just compete. Not really compete. You have to work together temporarily with them, and then eventually they all become evil and you have to kill them.
The corruption spreads.
Yeah.
But Jordan, to your point earlier about recommending Hunters, I would actually recommend Corruption first, only because of the controls of Hunters, because I found the controls of Hunters to be I don't think it was a perfect translation of the primes. Yeah, what do you like? I find it I find it easy enough.
Corruption is Metroid Prime 3, right?
Yes, that's right.
No.
Oh,
yeah, Corruption is Metroid Prime 3.
Hunters is the DS one, and I liked it enough, but I think I definitely enjoyed it better on my second playthrough of that game, because at that point I really had a better handle of the controls.
Well, I think that part of the bad thing about Hunters was the limitations of the hardware, which kind of made sometimes it made it wonky sometimes, and I wish that game got an HD remake of some sort. But I actually liked the controls in Hunters, because I think it translated very, very well. Like they had the people who designed it obviously had an idea of the platform they were working with, and they optimize it as much as they could, and I didn't find too much of a problem controlling it at all. And maybe this is just me, because I mean, I'm a person who thinks that playing the Metroid Prime games with the Wiimote and playing Kid Icarus Uprising is not killer for your hand. I don't find it that problematic. So I mean, maybe it's just me, but I thought the Prime Hunters controls were great.
Yeah, because the second time I played it was I used I think I just completely dropped the touch controls entirely and just used because I think that's what sort of slowed me down on my first playthrough. I was much quicker to react without the touch controls.
I tried to use the button controls. I could not do it.
Really? Huh?
Yeah.
I can never do touch controls for some reason in a video game. I've always got to go with the buttons and the D-pad or joystick, and
I could see how. I could see how for a game like Metroid Hunters, which is it's a first-person game. I'm envisioning in my head how that would control, and I think it would make sense. The touch controls. I think I could see how right hand on stylus totally makes sense.
Yeah, I thought it was really well done. Obviously, I guess I'm not not everybody thinks that, but I think that it was designed pretty well, especially for the hardware they had to deal with.
Oh yeah, it's a very well designed game, and more than anything, I'm just appreciative of the fact that they gave you the option of using either touch controls or exclusively buttons.
Yeah,
more than anything, that's usually the selling point for me. In a game.
But I think the other Hunters were really the centerpiece of that game, and the thing about Metroid Prime Hunters was that whenever I played it and I found out that there was I was hoping if I had another goal to hit, okay, I'm gonna go to this planet. There's no hunters on this planet. Great. And I was really hoping that, because if ever there was a hunter, because it tells you before you go to a planet, is there a hunter on this planet? And if there is, you're just well, oh no, this is going to be a problem, because they can show up at any point, they will follow you, and they are genuinely hard to beat.
They're very lethal, and I don't think they follow. Oh, by the way, that was a boss. I don't think there was.
I figured, judging by that, it had a large attack pattern that ended each time with you doing some sort of quick time event sort of thing.
The definition of a boss. Yeah, it's a very Zelda-like boss, because you just get the grapple beam. Okay, now use the grapple beam to defeat this boss.
Actually, wasn't there a Zelda boss that basically was exactly that?
I think there was. I'm thinking Link Between Worlds.
No, I'm thinking Skyward. Was it either Skyward Sword or Twilight Princess? I can't remember.
Oh, I've erased
played
Twilight
two
Princess.
Zelda games, and I don't remember them well enough to say.
Which ones, Dan?
I've played Link Between Worlds and Ocarina of Time.
Oh, yes. You said you weren't totally sold on
Yeah,
Ocarina.
I don't really like either of those games that much.
Oh, even Link Between Worlds.
Like, it's fine. I think both of those games are fine. I really like the first couple hours of Ocarina of Time. I think it does like a really great job of keeping you going and setting you up. Oh God, we're running out of time. But I don't like that game very much, and that's going to be the end of that one.